A special guest, Micky Grantham, already trained to brace the winners down there at Bunbury. He's joining us on Straight Up this afternoon. G'day, Micky.
G'day, gentlemen. How you going? Sorry, I was a bit late on the call.
That's all right, mate. No problem at all. I know I've already seen one of your interviews and you've declared your early intention of travelling to Mount Magnet and not going to Belmont Park on Saturday.
No, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to take Longines and Eleanor for the Cup, and I was when I mentioned it to the boss man that I was going, and I found a couple of other horses to go. He said, "Well, you might as well take them in stage trial on them," so we able to fill up the truck and see what can happen.
It's quite amazing, isn't it?
Have you? No. Well, when was the last time you were in Mount Magnet, Mark?
Oh, a long time ago. Yeah, I reckon I was about 18. There was 3 pubs there when I was there. There's not now.
Mitch, have you ridden there, the early doors? Or?
No, I'd never been there before, so it'll be new to look at.
The club would be beside themselves, wouldn't they? They would be for Rob Lefroy and all the team up there. They will be beside themselves. So well done to you and well done to Bob for allowing you to do it first off, right off the top. Well done.
The cerise. We're on our way to Magnet.
It'll be a good weekend.
Mate, it'll be a great weekend.
Hey, weren't you up Kununurra?
Yeah. I was at Kununurra and I was fortunate enough to do the Broome Cup week as well. So, yeah, we've had a bit of fun of late.
Now, Mitch, we want to know the truth here. Yeah. Do you dislike winter any more than me and Marty?
I think it might be in my family genes because my nan and pop used to bugger off up north.
Yeah, they did.
Sorry, away from the winter here. So I'm just trying to relive it.
Can you just tell us how good was Kununurra?
Oh, if you haven't done it, go do it.
Yeah.
You'd be mad if you're in the ground and you've never done it because it's the facilities up there are great. It's a very good sort of a country racing. It was actually good to see different faces. You know, you don't see many people from say, our racing industry. You get a lot of the Darwin people that I should say you see on the TV, and then all of a sudden you get to see them in real life. And Mr. Dick Leach, he's a bit of a character. If he's not smoking, he's got a drink in his hand. So it was just, it is what it is up there, and it's a very good laid-back sort of a thing.
Yeah, Rusty and we're up there next year doing the drive show from there.
We've got to do that.
We're locked in.
We've got to go do some barra fishing and go to the pubs on the Friday.
And mate, did you get out on the lake at all while you were there? Did you get a chance to get out on it?
No, I never done lake. I've done that. I've done that a few times. We were sort of a hit and run sort of a mission, but it is good. I know that a few people have done it, and they get up in the plane and they can have a little bit of a brunch on the side there. But that's another good thing to do as well.
Mate, this is going to be exciting. You've got a horse in the ladies' bracelet, first beach. You've got, 2 runners in the Cup. You've got going around in the Mount Magnet IGA Express Handicap. And then a couple of runners in the Cup. You've got, who have you got in the Cup?
Eleanor.
Longines and Eleanor.
Yeah, very good.
Okay, so
it'd be good. I hope they just run the dirt. That'll be the biggest test. You're not going there being I'm not going there being a smart ass by any means. I'm sort of just going because, you sort of have horses in that category for those country cups, and I have them, so I was more the liking to go there and see what happens.
So our man, Rusty Collette, has got a question regarding your horses going to the Mountain Magnet meeting on Saturday, Russell, and get on that text line, Retrovision for Mundaring, 0427 789 571.
And I've done some research on this meeting at Mount Magnet. I do some strange things in regard to statistics. And, Mark, I want to know from our audience, which of the horses that are entered at Mount Magnet on Saturday, which of them sold for the most as a yearling?
From
anywhere. From that whole field.
From the whole
all the field. Now, you'd think straight away, the obvious, you'd think probably one of Bob's. You'd think, but is it one of Bob's?
Okay. 0427 789 571. Now, Micky.
Is this just for the Cup?
Or the meeting?
Oh, the meeting.
The meeting.
Oh, the meeting. Yeah, right. Okay.
How about race number 5, Cosmic Crusader? All good there to bounce off the win last week?
Yeah, no, Mark, you know what it's like in the racing industry. We had to separate a lot of the other ones, which is, you know, it's not a bad thing to have, but it's also is a bad thing to have. But we don't sort of want them clashing with our ones, and that was the talk the boss and I had sort of Sunday evening, and close to Monday morning and afternoon before we nominated him, and you know, he hasn't left. He left a little bit of roughage, say the Sunday, Monday, and you know, ever since then he's licked the bowl again, and he was pretty well in his gallop this morning. So even if tomorrow there's a hair turned, I won't run him. So I'll be very cautious on that way, not to make sure that he's not ready to go, but. All going forward, he's pulled up well and he's happy. Well, the main thing, he's mentally happy. That's the main thing.
That's the 100%, Mitch. Now, one other thing I wanted to ask you while we've got you, you're one of the leading stables in the state now. The cerise, we're seeing more and more winners coming through, and a lot midweek, and a lot of horses that seem to be showing a lot of promise going in towards Ascot. It must be getting very exciting out there. How's the boss feeling with the progression over the last sort of 6 to 12 months, and how exciting is Ascot season looking for you, considering it's only 3 weeks away?
Oh, it's obviously good, and you know, a lot of people have been in my position, so I'm just trying to make the most of it and do the best that I can, and make sure, you know, the Peters families are happy with it, really. But you know, they run a very good and tight ship, but it's also a well organised schedule as well. So, as you know, most people know, the horses do the talking, and if they make it, they don't. If they don't, they get looked after, and the ones that can do it, they're the ones you talk about. So, there's a lot behind the scenes that are coming through, and I think I got 15 or 16 trialling Lark Hill Monday. So, you know, there's a few in there that can hopefully go on as well. So. It is good, and I love the pressure. When I don't have any pressure, I start doing stupid things.
Good, that's what we like to hear. Now, on the Racing Rewind program last Sunday, Mickey Heaton and Lockie Taylor, they were mapping out programs for Cosmic Crusader, who, by the way, is a $7 second favourite for the Railway Stakes. No doubt you would have discussed this, I wouldn't say too deeply with Bob, because he likes to take it one run at a time, but what is sort of playing around in the back of your mind with regards to a program to get him to the Railway Stakes?
Well, you know what Bob's like. He's been in this position every year for however many years, so to me it's exciting, and you know, he lives that with me as well. He tells me to settle down and whatnot. He keeps me very level, which is good. But I think the program will just decide after Saturday whether he goes to the farm for a week, has a little let up, and then from there, you know, he could go the Asian Bow or somewhere. It's just more the attack into it, so we don't get hammered with our rating points, so we get in low.
So does this give us an opportunity, and I'm just making sure he hasn't done it before, to see how he backs up, just in case he goes into a Peters on a backup at some stage?
Well, it could potentially, yes, you know, but...
Peters into a Railway, I meant, on the backup, yep. Yeah,
correct. But opportunistic could potentially have to be that one, so it's more, I guess, trying to get as many as we can into the one race.
Yep.
And then, you know, if one falls away, at least we've still got one or two for the race. But, yeah, it could potentially be the seeing of it for sure.
It was a super win. It really was. It was an eye-catcher, and it caught the attention of the racing public across Australia. People were talking about this everywhere. And we've seen a great pre-market support here for the return off a week. And the horse must have pulled up well, because it just seemed to hit the line. He is pricked.
Yeah, he did. I think there was probably a little bit untapped, say, I don't know, pressure under the saddle when Clint sort of shot him some rain and asked him for that effort. I wasn't expecting to win like that. No way in the world was I. But a lot of Bob's horses come back a lot bigger and better, and you know, he was never no slouch. You know, I've obviously definitely got the icing on the cake. It's just once, as usual, it sort of just falls in that category where he can go through his grades, and I got the cherry on the cake.
So looks like it'll be a soft 5, the track on Saturday, so that should be perfect for him. If he does start, he's going to be very hard to beat. The market indicates that. Let's move on to Antique Star. So those boys discussing the win of Antique Star on Saturday last, another of your horses, the mare on the back up. They weren't so sure about her form and the form going forward, but I've got a feeling she may be one of those horses that can improve a lot in this campaign.
Yeah, she will, Marty, because she's a little fine filly, but I sort of got caught up in the rut with a sibling of hers, Antique Miss, that I babied a little bit. But the more I gave it to her, the more she gave me, and she's a fairly little fragile sort of a horse, but she's definitely got a lot of heart in the bulldog. So the backup definitely isn't a worry for her. She was, when they called for the extended noms and I looked at her, I was actually dragging the track and she was jumping out of her skin. So I ended up putting her in.
And getting down to 53.5 will be an advantage for a horse of her stature.
Well, it's another thing, Russ, because she's not going to have to carry the weight. She goes up in grade, but she also carries the less weight against a horse like Smooth Mover that's going to have 60. So. And the other one, Twilight Tale. So she's at a pretty good weight advantage, and she won pretty well the other day.
Amy Jo Hayes doing well with your stable, getting a lot of opportunities through you, riding well, and she'd be absolutely relishing the opportunities she's getting in the past couple of months.
No, the best thing about her, she's got a set of ears on her, and she's definitely progressing a lot. She's got great work ethic, and she wants to learn. And as much as I can help her, I'm doing the best I can. So I don't think it's going to happen in the next, couple of weeks. But the more she rides and the more she gets out there, she's definitely riding better. Even a horse then she picked up of Icanu, she's, it's a bit of a handful of a horse, but she rode it perfectly, and obviously it didn't run anywhere, but she looked neat on it. That was my biggest thing for her, is that she looks neat and balanced, but she's doing a great job at it.
See, one of the things, and you'd get this, Mickey, that a lot of the apprentices over here don't get a chance to ride the really good horses.
Yes.
No.
And for her to get these opportunities to ride these good horses that you're putting her on must certainly help her development.
I was in the same boat, Mark, when I rode, and even when I drove, you just need that one person to give you the opportunity. Then all of a sudden you get the opportunity, then more horses come, and then all of a sudden you look back 3 years and how fast it went. So the more opportunities you can get riding the better ones, you're better off riding better ones than slow ones. The slow ones teach you bad habits.
Correct. No, 100%.
That's all we can do.
What about this last race today at Bunbury, Pharaoh Show? Can you make it a treble?
Oh, I feel bad for her now because when Morgs was interviewing me, I told him that was my best of the day, and then I had 2 winners.
Oh, well, there you go.
The pressure's on.
Yeah, sure is.
I think the one of Bairstow's coming out. I know it looked home the other day, but it had a massive weight swing on the one that kicked back and got it, but it would have been better for the run. So it coming out definitely helped our chances.
Worcester, yep.
All right, mate. Well, go get them up there in Mount Magnet. I reckon. Well, I'll tell you what, you're going to do a wonderful thing for this region. They're going to probably never have better looking, more expensive horse flesh going around than ever before. And I think it's just a great story. Well done.
Sure is. Taking
the trip up there. And I'm sure people will be down to give some of your horses a look and maybe a pat. Have you worked out yet, mate, which is the most expensive yearling out of them?
No, well, okay. I think it's First Speech, or if it's playing around at the sales here.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately saying no. Saying no to those two.
Well, I didn't have much time.
That's all right, mate. We've kept you busy in between. You've still got time to join us on the text line. Always great to catch up, mate.
All right, anytime. Thank you.